When we think about having a deep and intimate and rich relationship with Christ, we got to step back and we got to ask, how do we get there and what does that look like? You see, this is the difference between knowing about God and knowing God personally. You know, I can have a resume on my wife and all the bullet points and all the things about her, but that doesn't mean I actually know her personally. I think ultimately, to really have that kind of deep and rich relationship, a couple things have to happen. Foundationally, we got to move God back to the center stage of our life. You see, we get so caught up in building our own little empire. You know, we have our work piece, and we have our family piece, and our play piece, and we've kind of compartmentalized our life, and somewhere off in the distance is the peripheral, and God is in that peripheral place. But we've got to move him back to where he belongs, right in the center stage. And when that happens, everything we do, we filter our lives, our decisions, how we lead our families, how we do our jobs, and then it changes our entire aspect. And this is the heart of Matthew 6:33 when he says, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things will be added. That has to be the focus. The second thing builds on top of that. And so after we've moved God from the peripheral to the center stage, we've got to gaze our eyes and our hearts on him. I think there's an anchor to this thought. It's 2 Corinthians 3:18, and he says, and we all, with unveiled face, beholding the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image, from one degree of glory to another. And so he's saying that as we gaze on him, and as we look and we focus our hearts, we focus our minds and our energy, we suddenly start becoming more and more like him. That's how we change, and over time we know what he loves, we know what he likes, and we become like the Father. And that's the beauty of it all. So this is where we got to step back and take inventory of our lives. Let's ask ourselves and ask, what is that thing that we've allowed to take the focus, to take the center stage? And what is it that's pushed God out to the peripheral? I mean, let's own it. Let's acknowledge it. Let's give it to Christ so that we can become more like him every day. And so we can be transformed into his image.